Hi, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Jose Chuy Hernandez, and I am one of the maestros for the Mariachi En Mi Barrio program.
Awesome. Can you tell us more about why and how this program was formed?
So it's been a while since we started talking about this program. Our idea began by meeting and being in touch with this one person in Topeka, Kansas, who is an older gentleman who has been a mariachi musician for quite a while, and he's never been to Mexico, and all the mariachi ensembles that he's ever been a part of have always been in Topeka, Kansas. He's never really traveled to any of the western states or in any other place where there's a big agglomeration of mariachi musicians. So I thought that it was going to be an interesting story to show how someone who is most likely a second or third generation Mexican American falls in love with mariachi music so deeply that they just adopt the personality and the culture is just so part of them, and they weren't even born in Mexico, and so I thought it was a very compelling story to develop, and we started talking. I started talking to different people about the project, and when we had the opportunity to get some funding for it, we went with it.
So, when I was approached by Chuy and Rosalinda with the idea of documenting a mariachi program, I was apprehensive. They assured me that it'd be okay. They talked me through what their whole vision of the program was, and also the vision of, I guess, themselves was. And they're just like me. They're Latino creatives who want to be creating art, but also want to be informing everybody on the powerful effects that art has on self-confidence and also on just culture in general and how it helps you celebrate, remix, and foster culture within a community. The lady right now and see what she thinks. I mean, we've been recording you guys the entire time.
That looks really silly.
I think I stopped at chapters.
No, check the frame. What do you think?
I think she's too tiny.
Is this better? No.
A bit big.
It's a bit better.
Is this better?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Rosalinda Sanchez, and I am the Executive Director here at the Audacity Performing Arts Project. So recently I was asked by one of our incredibly intelligent students at the Mariachi documentary program why this program was created. Audacity believes in dream equity for our Title I school students. Every day we engage our students in underserved communities because quality arts and technology education should not be a luxury. Along with our community partners at AACI and the City of Gilroy and Nueva Vida, we brought this culturally relevant programming to the students of East Gilroy in order to engage them in two very, very important programs that will provide them with tools and skills for them to be able to achieve that dream equity. A mariachi education teaches students things like discipline, grit, and perseverance. The technology side of the program, where students learn how to create a documentary, gives them the tools to create their own platforms whereby they can tell their own stories. This allows for a student to become more empowered, knowing that they own their own narrative and that it's not actually given to them from the outside, from somewhere else, and from some other people who really don't have the experiences that they have.
That part of this program was about giving children the tools that they don't have readily available to succeed in learning and discovering a new skill. To see the dreams that they can follow because they don't get to have access to this kind of stuff. It's hard and kind of crazy to want to say that, like, I want to create things like this as a kid who might not have grown up with a lot of generational wealth.
Quiet on set!
All right. Camera speeding. And we're ready.
Hola, ¿se podría introducir, por favor?
Claro que sí. Mi nombre es Jorge Mendoza y vivo aquí en la ciudad de Gilroy, California.
My name is Monica Gonzalez. I live in Gilroy, but I also work as a community coordinator with the city of Gilroy.
¿Por qué se unió a este grupo?
Bueno, este grupo más que nada es de jóvenes, jovencitos, y la inspiración. Siempre hemos buscado inspiración en ustedes los jóvenes. Una, nos fortalece a nosotros los más grandes, y otra, me gusta que cada joven descubra sus talentos, y más cuando conviven entre ustedes los jóvenes.
Due to a lot of collaboration and a lot of partners, we saw the need and heard the needs of the community wanting to activate the space. And so I wanted to be part of the grassroots efforts of community members coming together to make a change in their community.
¿Cuál es su parte favorita de la ciudad?
Mi parte favorita yo pienso que es el este de Gilroy, que es donde se encuentra nuestro centro. Este centro tiene mucho significado y mucha importancia porque era área de pandilleros.
My favorite part about the city is actually this park, San Isidro Park. It's a very special place in my heart because I went to school in the East Gilroy. I grew up not far from here. It represents our Latin culture. There's a lot of richness. So I think San Isidro Park is a treasure in our community.
¿Cuál ha sido su celebración favorita hasta ahora?
Mi celebración favorita, las posadas. Me encanta el ambiente navideño, me encanta la unidad que en ese tiempo de manera especial se da entre las familias. Los que estamos lejos tratamos de buscarlos, los que estamos cerca nos juntamos para convivir juntos. Me encanta el ambiente.
My favorite celebration of this group so far are the Party in the Park series that San Isidro hosts here at San Isidro Park. In particular, the holiday posada, where we get to have both our Latin celebrations along with our celebrations that we grew up here in the U.S.
¿Cuál es su parte favorita del grupo San Isidro?
Mi parte favorita, lo que más me gusta de San Isidro es lo que hacemos. La mayoría de nuestros maestros son voluntarios, gente que no viene por una paga, gente que no viene a esperar algo de lo que es el Parque de San Isidro o nuestro centro. Y son personas como nosotros, sin mucho estudio, sin mucha educación, pero con un corazón muy grande.
My favorite part about San Isidro, I love that San Isidro Nueva Vida is built up of just community members, your tia, your uncle, your brother, your sister, people with just humble hearts wanting to make a change in community and sharing their talents with one another.
¿Alguna vez ha tocado un instrumento o cantado?
Cuando era joven como ustedes, más o menos 15 años, 16 años, traté de tocar la guitarra por un tiempo, pero la guitarra también quiere tiempo y quiere paciencia para poder aprovecharla, aunque disfruté los momentos que la toqué.
I've tried many things like clarinet, guitar, but I never actually had someone to teach me any of the instruments, right? And so it was only through free programs at school where I got to experiment with even knowing what these different instruments were. I wish we had something like Mariachi En Mi Barrio when I was growing up.
All right, kids, do you guys have any other questions for him before we head out for our next person?
Oh, yeah. How old is your dog?
She's 13 months. Yeah, so just a little bit over 1 year.
What type of dog is it?
She's a pit bull breed. She's a mix, so she's not full pit bull.
What was your favorite part about working in San Isidro?
All the people that I met and all the people that we had the blessing to work with. You know, Jorge, Monica, you know, everyone who opened the doors for us daily, the people who were there to support us, you know, in any need that might have arisen. You know, the community, the children, of course. It's an amazing space. the story behind it, it's amazing. I'm very touched by, how they did a nonprofit to organize the community to save this place and make it their own. As it should be everywhere. And with the help of the city and the local authorities, they cleaned up that place, and now it's a beautiful, thriving spot for people to be creative and to feel free and to feel happy.
And thankfully, because mariachi music was the dominant point of the class, I and the rest of the kids were never without something to film. So we would just, take it day by day and kind of create the story ourselves. So that was kind of neat.
All right. Okay, so can we do that a little bit more? Same thing, okay? And make sure that it's super just dry. This has to bounce. Louder if you can. Beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I don't hear you. Right. So if you're singing and you do it with your throat, again, you're not exercising this. This is the one that produces the energy, right? It's gonna kind of sound like if you're calling someone, hey, 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 come here, you, hey.
Since I was little, I've always, heard mariachi music because I would be surrounded by it, and it's also part of my culture. So it's been a part of me. I've never been in a mariachi. I know since I was little, I've been wanting to be part, of a mariachi, but like now that I'm getting older, I guess it kind of seems impossible for me. But I know that somewhere in there, I still know that I can do it.
What got me into it is that, well, I wasn't interested in music at all once I started playing violin. That's when it sparked to me.
My little sister did, actually. I used to think I wasn't gonna like it too much, but seeing my little sister play and stuff, I thought I would enjoy it as well. So that's when I got into it, and up to the moment, I love playing it.
Well, I don't play mariachi music. I usually play classical music, but I love to sight read since it's a good practice for my mind. So I could try to play mariachi music at the moment.
Actually, through a mariachi camp with Chuy. And so through the violin, I learned about mariachi music.
It was actually my sister. My sister joined an academy like, I'm gonna say 6-7 years ago. And then a month later, my parents say, hey, is this something you'd like to do? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So then I chose trumpet as my instrument, and I've been playing ever since.
What got me interested in mariachi music is by hearing music on my phone or on any device I have. I always loved music, and I hope I can learn how to play an instrument.
Did everyone literally thought I
What does music mean to you?
What does music mean to me?
A way for me to be calm and express myself.
Music is something that's really fun to listen and make.
I listen to music like every day, so like it means a lot. And I think once I started playing it, it really got me more because I understood it better.
I want to play my guitar because that's my talent. And I was playing since I was 8, and I'm going to sing too. And I just really love music.
I have so many playlists. It's a passion. It's both. Yeah.
To me, music is just a way to relieve stress.
For me, it's been like an escape. Like if I ever feel like stressed out or if I feel sad about something, I'll usually pick up my trumpet, play something, learn something. It's like, for me, oddly satisfying, like getting a song done perfectly, like knowing it, memorizing everything, knowing everything by heart, timing, everything.
Music is an artistic way of communicating, and it brings people together. It's a beautiful way of bringing our history closer to our modern experiences.
It means like having fun. Sometimes I imagine it as paintings because paintings can sometimes release creativity like music. So I imagine it as that.
Well, music to me, it means having a connection towards my generation, mariachi. Having a little small generation from my first generation. I don't get much of Mexican experience, so it's kind of like a connection.
You get to be with other people playing different musics, but also be with together. Like you get to play with guitarrones, vihuelas, guitars, violins, trumpets. You get to play with them in one single song, and you get to play together.
Gosh, what would I tell you? When I was a kid, music meant everything to me because I spent a lot of time on my own in my room dancing and singing to my favorite songs, both English and Spanish. I was the youngest of 5 kids, and music was my best friend. Music was everything to me.
Music means everything to me because my family is very musical. I've been like singing since I was very little. I might not be as good as, like I want to be, but I have like sung for so many years already at mass or like at church because I'm, like very close to my beliefs. And my mom is a musician, along with my dad, well, my whole entire family. So like we do so many things with music.
Music means a lot to me. It's been in my family for a bunch of years. My grandpa used to play and he used to teach people. And I wanted to learn guitar and stuff like that, but when I started, it didn't work out.
Well, music for me is a huge part of life. Music is expressing yourself in a way that words don't allow. And it's also a way for connecting with our fellow humans, our friends, people from all walks of life all over the world. And so music allows humans to connect better, get along and figure out how to work together, but also create something beautiful that inspires us. Well, not only inspires us who play it, but also those who listen.
They did the questions themselves. They interviewed the people that we needed to interview themselves.
Buenos días, ¿se podría introducir, por favor?
Mi nombre es Matías Chávez.
Okay, ¿alguna vez ha tocado un instrumento o ha cantado?
Muy poco.
¿Por qué unió a su niño o niña en este programa?
Al principio es porque mostraron interés en esto y continuamos haciéndolo porque miramos que fue algo que disfrutaban mucho y en lo cual tenían talento.
It's got to be really deliberate. It's got to be right in time. Syncing up in our accents, and we're almost kind of playing together, but we're not quite locking in.
Through conversations with all of these men, all these people, all of these teachers, and through the kids too, every day of the program, it got easier to film and it got easier to teach. It felt like I didn't have to guide them through everything. They got the hang of the simple lighting setups to a T. I did try to teach them editing at one point, but that was chaotic. But it got easier. Everything got simpler.
I think it supports me academically by making me more calm. When usually I do my homework, I always have music on to relax me, and with that music, I feel like I can do it better.
Well, music can contribute to me academically because I could join some clubs or stuff like that, and I could get a scholarship.
And then maybe that can get me into a better college or something, and I can maybe start entering gigs, any type of music, probably classical or mariachi.
Well, it helps me to release some stress from some anxiety I have, and it helps me to listen to other music that I'm not able to put them in words. Put my own feelings in words, to clarify.
It helps me with my memorization. It helps me, with those types of things.
It definitely helped me think faster, read, because since I'm sight reading and I love music so much that like it even helps me like in different activities, band, math, science.
I still like to hear music, and it just makes me calm, and so I can finish my work and then get a good grade.
I've been offered to play at my college, just playing music, and then scholarships, obviously.
Like I noticed that I'm like a quick learner now. Like I get stuff faster, like in class. And I think that's because of like music and like, you know, just like everything that goes into learning an instrument.
Well, it has helped me a lot, like succeed, because it not just relaxes me, but in hard times, or when I'm going like through very hard times at school, or like something has happened, like I can listen to music and it always, like either touches me deeply or like just changes my mood.
I'm not that sure how it will affect my future, but I hope it just makes me be a better person and more calm.
Maybe it'll be a hobby for me.
Music can affect me in the future because it could do a good thing in me, because I could learn how to play. I could do that professionally or not.
If I keep playing, like if I play in concerts, like I play my guitar, play drums, and just show my talent, maybe someone, a producer or like a demo artist, maybe hearing me, and probably, if I'm lucky, probably would ask me to do a demo. And probably not gonna happen, but it's maybe.
I really want to learn more about music by me playing mariachi. Like, it's not only mariachi music that I'm into. I'm also in symphony, I'm also in classical and all that. You get to learn many things in mariachi and music in general.
It will affect my future because it's gonna open my mind to better, more opportunities that I had before. And yeah, hopefully. I want to learn piano, so it's one of my top lists.
Probably into getting into different universities that have different type of music clubs or scholarships with music.
In the future, it could be a hobby, like I can have like a main job, obviously in the mariachi on the side, like making a little something on the weekend.
I think music will affect my future because I will be able to implement music into maybe a piece of art, a build, or something in that way.
I still plan on playing music in the future. I don't know. I think I'll keep it as a hobby though. I don't think I'll go like, I don't know, like look for a career in that specifically.
Like, it helps a lot of people and it can touch so many people. Like, and if I can, also be part of the music that touches people, it won't only help other people, but it would also help me, to like have the right mindset and, be able to succeed without thinking it's impossible.
¿Usted cree que podría ser académico este programa?
Sería muy beneficial no solo para mis hijos, pero para todos los niños y muchachos de la comunidad, que hubiera programas como estos para que se ofrecieran para todas las personas, no solo para los que están aquí.
I feel like at this point I should probably introduce you to all the other maestros, right? Okay, so there's Chuy, el líder, el cantante, guitarrista, pianista y también actor. The next teacher is Adam. He's the violinist, the most informative and tallest savior of water bottles. Then Saul, master guitarrón, reserved and powerful just like his instrument, and also a great older brother. Then finally Jose, master trumpeter, fellow SJSU alumni, go Spartans, and probably the only other person capable of leading our classes because of his friendly, relaxed temperament. I don't know how else to say this, but the amount of talent in that center was insane. All these men are amazing, phenomenal musicians. And then there's me, who is still learning how to best tell stories. But last, but especially not least, is Eli, who is so incredibly kind, generous, and thoughtful. He's the reason why we even had lights and good sound for the first month. He taught the kids claymation, and he's handling the edit of the real documentary. And he's just a great teacher all the way around.
Así es mi tierra, flor de la melancolía. Ay, tierra mía, cómo es grato tu calor. Okay, so that's technically the main melody. When you guys are singing, it's an under melody that goes a third below. The reason why I'm teaching you that one is because the notes are they're not as high pitch as the main melody, which allows you to sing a little bit more comfortable, a little more. And this is actually a more difficult one because it's not the main melody. Like if you're listening to the song, the melody that is going to get stuck to your head is going to be the main melody, not the ones that you are learning. So the fact that you already learned the harmony of the main melody, it's huge. Okay? Can you hear it when we're singing together? Isn't it beautiful? Let's do it again. Así es mi tierra. Ready? 1, 2, 1. Así es mi tierra.
Hey, what's that question again?
Why did you choose your instrument and not another one?
Well, when I was 6 years old, my parents, my mom in particular, started me on violin. I wasn't ready to play violin, and it took me a while to get used to it and to really like it. But that's how I got started. And my dad was a musician, and he helped work with me and develop my ear and my intonation. And I got to like it a lot. So I've been playing violin for almost 35 years, just about. I used to play piano. I studied piano for about 4 or 5 years too. And now I'm learning how to sing.
I play the guitar and I play the guitarrón. I chose the guitarrón because it's a little bit more rhythmic. I get to have fun with the bass, and it's keeping everybody in line with each other is the main point for the bass as well.
So I'm still learning. The guitar has been kind of like my go-to instrument for quite a while now. I started when I was 14. My first instrument was piano, and being in Mexico and not having access to a good piano at home, it became a lot easier just to get a hold of a good guitar and just to kind of carry it around, and so it just became my main instrument.
Well, funny story, I actually wanted the trombone because it has the long slide, but I didn't know it was called the trombone. And so I went to my band teacher when I was in 4th grade, and I said, "Can I play the trumpet?" And my teacher was like, "Okay, trumpet," wrote it down. Well, I was too shy to speak up or say anything, and I got stuck with this, but it was a great thing that happened because I love this instrument a lot.
Okay, what's the best part of teaching with your instrument?
It's whenever I see the students, their face light up like, "Oh, I got it, that makes sense." Like, "Oh, I love it, I want to do more of this." It's those little moments and when I'm teaching that I always try to strive for every single time.
I like to see when the students improve. Sometimes it's hard to tell one day to another, but in the long run, you get to see how they're actually improving, and you see how much they're liking the music they're playing. So it's really nice to be able to tell, to be able to see the joy in someone while they're playing and know, oh, I did that to them, I taught them that.
Getting to work with students and getting to watch them grow as violinists, but also as humans and as musicians. And you see, and I also learn from them too. So that's fun for me, and reminding myself of things I was taught and revisiting those fundamentals and how my music teachers influenced me for the better. And so I get to carry that on and give that back to my students.
But, you know, it's nice to see when kids like step out of their shell, or when someone starts to understand the camera more, or when someone gets to learn how to best utilize their trumpet, or how someone gets fascinated by touching a guitar for the very first time, or even seeing a camera for the very first time. And it was really rewarding. What does music mean to you?
Mi mamá decía que cuando yo tenía meses de haber nacido, había un programa de televisión que se llamaba Cantinflas Show, y una versión instrumental de la canción La Viquina era con lo que abrían los créditos del show, o con lo que abrían el show. Y ella decía, y ella jura, que yo cantaba esa canción de meses de edad. Entonces, según ella, tengo yo cantando desde que estaba muy, muy bebé. Crecí en una familia donde había músicos, había discos alrededor de mí, había instrumentos musicales, mis tíos venían a la casa y se sentaban y tocaban música hasta altas horas de la noche, todos cantaban. Era una manera muy familiar para mí estar en ambientes donde había música. Cuando cumplí 8 años entré a un coro de niños donde me eduqué formalmente en música, sobre todo en música clásica y sacra. Y cantamos óperas y cantamos conciertos en el Teatro de Gollado y en diferentes teatros de la ciudad de Guadalajara, que es de donde yo soy. Y allí la música se convirtió en todo. Era mi núcleo social, donde yo convivía con otros 30 niños muchas veces por semana, por muchos años. Y las experiencias que más me marcaron mi vida y las experiencias que más alegrías me han dejado en mi corazón, en mi mente, ha sido siempre alrededor de la música. Lo dejé por muchos años, y cuando finalmente tuve la oportunidad de volver, y esto ya fue aquí en California, me juré que jamás lo dejaría de nuevo, que jamás tendría que estar viviendo sin la música en mi vida. Y fue cuando decidí dedicarme a ello. Entonces, el mariachi fue una manera muy natural de involucrarme con la música, puesto que era pues la música de mi tierra, y la comunidad en la que ahora me adoptaban como parte de ellos es la música que ellos escuchan. Entonces me involucré mucho en la música de mariachi con los grupos locales de aquí del área de San José, y pues es un proceso de aprendizaje. Aún sigo aprendiendo, pero lo poquito que sé quise yo enseñarle a las nuevas generaciones y darles una probadita con lo que yo crecí, para que también obtengan los mismos beneficios, que son disciplina, más que nada, oportunidad para desarrollar tu creatividad, oportunidad para desarrollar tu pensamiento crítico, donde puedas tú saber cuando algo es bonito, cuando algo necesita todavía más pulimiento, más desarrollo, y también para crear comunidad. Y a través de la música he conocido gente maravillosa, que algunos son miembros de mi núcleo familiar para siempre. Y pues, en pocas palabras y resumiendo todo, la música es mi vida. Yo soy vida, yo soy música, y la vida me ha dado música, y yo vivo en música. Come and check out the music.
Why is mariachi music so? Wait, what was that?
Why is mariachi music so compelling to you?
Compelling. Well, it's some of the most beautiful music, and it's so heartfelt and soulful and expressive of everything we feel in life. Love, sorrow, joy, nostalgia.
And when I play it, I feel like I'm encompassing everybody's thoughts about the music and stuff, and just showing it to our audience and stuff, right? So it's really, a lot has to do with what I'm showing to them and what they remember of mariachi music to be.
What draws me the most to mariachi is all the colors, the harmonies, the rhythms. You can dance to it. You can sing your heart out to it. Any type of experience in life, from weddings, quinceañeras, to funerals, to birthdays.
And it's very raw and beautiful. And with violins, the most expressive instrument after the voice, and with the trumpets, it's very dramatic and beautiful.
There's something for everything, and I love how the genre is so vast, and there's so much to get from it.
Si negara mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y conversar. Tanta dicha yo te di que por fuerza llevas ya the taste of me. No pretendo ser tu dueño. No soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad. De mi vida doy lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tenga amor la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí, la boca llevas ya sabor a mí.
Aside from mariachi music, I like Latin rock.
I grew up playing classical music, so that's foundational for me, and there's so much great classical music that is actually mariachi was influenced by as well. So classical music is very foundational for a lot of music in the Western Hemisphere. So it's my first love. So
I'm really into classical music, but also R&B.
All of that, Café Tacuba, yeah, Maná, Enanitos Verdes, all of them. That music, I love it as well.
That's where I sit.
Brazilian music, I listen to hip hop and R&B. I listen to everything. I grew up listening to everything. I grew up listening to country music, rap music, Mozart, all at the same time. And I still do that.
There is one thing that Rosalinda told me on one of the last days of the program that was really impactful. She mentioned to me that I should not be looking for perfection when doing this work, but that I should be looking for connection.
I want to be an artist or a doctor so I can help people. I want to be a surgeon because I've been to a surgery and I just want to get better.
A scientist or something?
Currently, I'm just doing general ed, actually, so I'm still thinking on like what I really want to do for the rest of my life, with mariachi on the side, of course. But yeah.
I've been thinking about that, so I probably want to be a lawyer or a musician.
I do want to be a musician and I also want to be athletic. I don't want to be like famous. I mean, I really love music, but I just want to have fun with it, like just play it when I have free time.
In the future, I would like to be an engineer, which also adds on to adding music to a piece of art.
What I want to be in the future is, well, music engineer. It's where you like help with sound effects in movies and all that stuff. Like Tom and Jerry, that's like the best thing because they don't have any, like, they don't talk. They just, you hear it with the music and the animations and all that, and it fits right in.
It's graphic design, and I'm trying to, I don't know, since graphic design kind of combines with music, you know, having a little background music in the advertising or any type of website, that would be a really good.
I want to be an art teacher or any kind of teacher, just a teacher.
Well, I'm in college right now and I'm a criminal justice degree. So I'm not really sure, but probably like law enforcement maybe, or yeah, I don't know.
A doctor, for sure. I don't know what type, but you know, like later in the future, I'll figure it out.
And that is the empowerment of quality arts and technology education in Title I school neighborhoods. There is nothing more exciting than to see empowered students come from neighborhoods where challenges are so much greater than the opportunities, and that they can still succeed, and they can not only survive the circumstances that they're being raised in, but they are thriving beyond any imagination, which there again takes us to dream equity.
Dream equity. The idea that we should all have equal access to pursue our dreams. That all kids deserve the opportunity to try and explore whatever career path they might want to pursue in the future. Whether that was making music, becoming a filmmaker, or just finding a passion alongside whatever you want to become. You deserve to be able to explore whatever dream you have.
Sound rolling. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Okay.
Okay, we're already speeding? All right. Lady, you got this.
Adiós, Speedy. Hola, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Luz María.
Qué bonito nombre. ¿Cuántas veces viene a este parque?
Al menos 5 veces por semana.
¿Y por qué viene a este parque?
Por mis niños, los traigo para que jueguen. Bueno, vivimos aquí cerquitas y nos queda cerquitas.
Interesante. ¿Qué significa la comunidad para usted?
La comunidad, pues, es algo que es importante estar conectados, saber qué eventos hay para poder entretener a los niños también. Sí.
Excelente, y eso era todo. Gracias.
Any other questions, guys? ¿Otras preguntas?